Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. Marc Marquez acknowledges his new role at Ducati, stating that Francesco Bagnaia's track record solidifies him as the team's current leader. Despite his 6 MotoGP titles, Marquez admits Bagnaia holds the status within the factory Ducati team. Ducati's Pecco Bagnaia has reflected on his 2024 MotoGP season and shared insights about the upcoming 2025 campaign during the recent Barcelona pre-season test. It was Bagnaia reports on his comments about the GP25, his personal growth, and his promising partnership with teammate Marc Marquez. After clinching his maiden MotoGP World Championship, Jorge Martin remains in the spotlight, speaking candidly about his journey, rivals, and thoughts on Ducati's decision to prioritize Marc Marquez. This is the reports on his interview with TV and his reflections on a historic season. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Marc Marquez, fresh off a successful stint with Gresini that saw him return to the top step of the podium after a long drought, has now joined Ducati's factory team. While the number 93 remains one of MotoGP's most decorated riders, he recognizes the hierarchy at his new team, with Bagnaia taking the lead. Marquez emphasized the need to respect Bagnaia's achievements while working to close the gap. "Now I am in a situation I have never experienced before. Although there is no official number 1 and number 2, logically there is a status, and the one who calls the shots is Pecco. He's earned it by delivering 2 world titles and winning 11 races last season. I will try to work to get closer to him because he is the reference, the rider who has made Ducati win the championship again, and who is going very fast." Quote from Marc Marquez. Bagnaia has been Ducati's linchpin for the past 4 years, amassing 29 victories and consecutive world titles before narrowly losing out to Jorge Martin this season. While Marquez's arrival brings added firepower, it's clear Bagnaia will maintain his role as the primary driver of development in the preseason and early races. Marquez, however, is optimistic about his potential to compete for the title. "If you want to become champion, you have to earn it on the track, but I have the best weapons to fight for the title." During the recent Barcelona test, Marquez showcased his adaptability by finishing 4th, just 0.056 seconds behind Bagnaia, while testing the prototype GP25. Notably, his brother Alex Marquez topped the session on the GP24, with Fabio Quartararo also slotting in ahead of the factory duo. Marquez explained the focus of the test was on understanding the bike's characteristics. The GP25, though promising, remains a work in progress. "The goal was to get to know the team, but I spent almost 90% of the day riding the GP25 to help define the direction for next year. The positive thing is that Pecco and I identified the same strengths and weaknesses, which is crucial for development. As you put a new bike on the track, it's hardly going to work better from the first few laps than the one that's been racing for a year. But I felt comfortable, and that gives me confidence." The next significant milestone for Ducati and its star duo will be February's official Sepang test, where further progress on the GP25 is expected. Marquez's ability to adapt and compete alongside Bagnaia could define Ducati's dominance in 2025. Marc Marquez's arrival at Ducati marks a fascinating chapter in MotoGP, as the 6-time champion aligns himself with Francesco Bagnaia, the current benchmark. With mutual respect and shared goals, the pair looks set to drive Ducati's continued success into the new season. The official test at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia marked the debut of the Ducati GP25, and Pecco Bagnaia emerged with the 3rd best time of the day. Speaking to Sky Sport, Bagnaia described the test as a productive start, although the new bike still requires refinement. What stood out was the striking alignment between Bagnaia and his new teammate, Marc Marquez, in their feedback on the bike. "The new bike has gone quite well, although there is still work to be done. In some aspects, I really liked it, but in others, I preferred the GP24. We will have to figure out how to get the most out of the GP25. but I think it will be stronger. Marquez and I had exactly the same sensations. If we take notes from the setups, we seem to be the same person. This is lucky because we will be moving in the same direction. Quote from Pecco Bagnaia. Their shared perspective on development could give Ducati a significant edge in 2025 as the Italian manufacturer works to stay ahead of its rivals. Looking back at the 2024 season, Bagnaia acknowledged the role of his own mistakes in falling short of defending his world title, finishing second to Jorge Martin. However, he framed the outcome as a valuable learning experience. Bagnaia even drew a comparison to the career of his teammate Marquez, who famously rebounded from setbacks to dominate the sport. Although I lost due to my own mistakes, I am still proud of what we have achieved. I don't consider the result as a defeat because I learned from my mistakes. Let's look at Marquez's statistics. In MotoGP, after winning 2 consecutive World Championships, he lost in 2015. Then he won 4 in a row. You never know what the future holds. At 27 years old, Bagnaia still sees a long and fruitful MotoGP career ahead. Confident about his prospects, he spoke about his ambition to continue improving and adding to his list of achievements. I am still quite young, and I think I still have 8 or maybe even 10 years of racing ahead of me. I will try to always be fast, but also to continuously improve. I want to increase the number of world championships, even if, at this point in my career, I am not focused on numbers. Bagnaia concluded. With this mindset, Bagnaia remains a formidable force on the grid and a serious contender for future titles. As Pecco Bagnaia heads into the 2025 season, his reflections on the past year and his partnership with Marc Marquez signal exciting times ahead for Ducati. With both riders aligned in their goals and feedback, Ducati is poised to remain at the forefront of MotoGP competition. For Jorge Martin, the 2024 MotoGP World Championship is the culmination of a lifelong dream. In an interview with TV, the Madrid native spoke emotionally about the magnitude of his achievement and the sacrifices along the way. This championship is Martin's second world title, having previously won the Moto3 crown in 2018. But he made it clear that the MotoGP title holds unparalleled significance. It is a privilege to have won the World Championship, something that will stay with me for the rest of my life. I had moments of fear and doubt, but now that it's done, whatever comes next will be a gift. I'm trying to take it all in, but I'm very happy, content, and enjoying this moment with my people. It was my dream since I was little. I always dreamed of being MotoGP champion. To finally put my name on the Tower of Champions alongside such legendary names is incredible. Quote from Jorge Martin. Martin acknowledged the intense competition he faced throughout the season, crediting his rivals for pushing him to new heights. The title was particularly hard-fought, with Martin setting a new record for points in a season. Pecco Bagnaia, Marc Marquez, and Enea Bastianini, those 3 have made me a better rider. When it wasn't one of them, it was the other who could have won. I was always in that fight, and that's what made the difference. It was a very difficult title to win. The competitiveness was so high, and to have beaten riders of that caliber is incredible. Despite racing on a satellite Ducati, Martin highlighted the disparity in resources between his team and the factory squad, making his championship even more remarkable. Martin expressed gratitude for Ducati's fairness but didn't hold back when discussing their decision to bring Marc Marquez into the factory team over him. My equipment was the same as Pecco's, I can't deny that. But the treatment at the factory is completely different. When you're an official rider, you have everyone working for you to make you the winner. I felt like I had 12 people in my team against 200 or 300. When all this was decided, I wasn't a champion. But it's clear that right now they are surely regretting it. Life takes you to places you don't expect, and in the end, I look out for myself. Martin concluded. Jorge Martin's remarkable journey to the 2024 MotoGP World Championship serves as a testament to his talent, resilience, and determination. While Ducati's decision to prioritize Marquez remains a topic of debate, Martin's place in MotoGP history is now cemented. The question now is, what's next for the reigning champion? Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.